All right. I was just communicating quietly with other telepaths in my life. For people who don't know me, I'm a person who encountered synthetic telepathy technology about 10 years ago. Not quite today, but we're almost actually. I'm pretty sure we're on 9 years, almost not quite to the day. I'm pretty sure we're coming up on 9 years since I encountered synthetic telepathy technology. I lived in my old dorm room right when I graduated from my undergraduate degree. Um, and I was just a civilian walking outside. I don't think it was like a dorm. I think it was like it felt like my first real apartment. Like now I'm doing something right in life. I walked my way to my first real apartment. So I almost want to change clothes. I almost want to change my clothes after I had quite an exercise routine today. Oh, I think thinking about this technology is enough to make me feel. Anyway, I was just a citizen, just walking outside, like yikes! Here's this thing that gets me. I can almost see the mark like right here on my right thumb. And the introduction, and immediately the synthetic telepathy content. And people who don't know about synthetic telepathy technology, is that it's widely deployed in our country's military. And sometimes this happens to military, to troops in our military, right? Including I've heard including the SAS Blue Moon Group. It's been deployed. I've heard it in every division of our military. And I was just a student in my late 20s, just walking outside, minding my own business. Was that here we go with how I was told why I had it. And basically the introduction is I was like, "Fuck you, kid. Do as you're told. Do as you're told. We're the military. Fuck you, kid." It was like our worst nightmare for civil liberties. Is like I really had it's just like this. Fuck you, kid. Fuck you, you stupid school kid. I just have my sweatbands on here from exercising. And it was really like, here's the biggest fuck you I could give you. I am the government and you'll do as you're told by me, kid. And basically now that I'm having that from the NSA's Blue Moon Group today, I'm going, look at that. Look at how our worst nightmare. Look at how the American military-industrial complex is creating the worst nightmares of civil libertarians through synthetic telepathy technology. Is unfortunately the short synopsis of my story. And so I just wanted to follow up on a request I had to provide an account of the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology in my life. Again, I was just a kid minding my own business, walking out the door, not planning to do anything other than just go. I seem to recall I was signing up for class at the times. Class at the times. I was just getting ready to go to class, just be a student peacefully going to class. And basically what I was told by the operation that introduced synthetic telepathy technology is like, fuck you, kid. Yeah, you shut the hell up about this technology, or we're gonna just have like some crazy crackhead follow you around. So to that effect. Yeah, it was like, hey Brian, there's a bunch of Americans you would have wanted to meet, or hey Brian, there's some amazing people out there that you would have wanted to meet. So that's me. I'm Brian Test of Portland, Oregon. And I had an illegal introduction of synthetic telepathy technology as a student. And I don't know, is this from a continuity of government program? Do people really get these under, there's a continuity of government program activated and we can give synthetic telepathy to any citizen we want to? That's because I've heard, because it's used in the military for communication between troops. It sounds like science fiction. And I don't know, is this from the realm of weird science and freaking magic? And I understand that I had synthetic telepathy technology introduced to me. I remember that. And after a few months, go. It was within the next few days I had, okay, Brian, we gave you synthetic telepathy technology, and I wasn't really told why. It's just like, you have synthetic telepathy technology now, and we're from the NSA. That was the introduction of the technology I had. And they didn't tell me why for 3 months. And unfortunately, during this process, the original NSA personnel I was contacted by helped me introduce myself to the United States Central Intelligence Agency. And boy, if I could go back and stop myself from doing that, um, I almost here we go with time travel fantasies. So rest assured, some of the people at the CIA, with I don't want to say with the United States Blue Moon Group, Black Monks program, are going to be among the most horrible people in our country's intelligence community. I just I just noticed when I think of my memories about the CIA, how completely horrified I was by the kind of CIA psychotronics experience I had, the kind of the psychotronics technology being machines that affect the human mind, like synthetic telepathy. And after I encountered the CIA, I found, suffice to say, I found their behavior completely horrifying. I am sorry, CIA personnel can't be court-martialed. I'm with military intelligence officers, military intelligence personnel who hope that the Office of the Director of National Intelligence is really tough on those fuckers at the CIA. And they were those fuckers at the CIA to me. I don't know how else to explain it. They were those nasty fuckers at the CIA, and that's just it. They were those nasty fuckers at the CIA, and they were. I would say as horrifying as the NSA's Blue Moon Group. Here I go with. How much time I got on for? So, this is about the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology, though, where it's just like, fuck you, kid, we're nasty people from the military. And it was like the NSA person was gone. Here's like some military guy going, uh-huh, I'm gonna make crazy crackheads follow you around if you ever talk about this or something, uh-huh. And then the NSA personnel were back who were just like, look, you have synthetic telepathy now, and did explain why. And unfortunately, after a few months, I was told that I was a non-consensual test subject in a time travel program. And that ended pretty quickly when it was noticed by Sarah of Russia. Whoever was online with me via synthetic telepathy technology who said, you're a human test subject, and your consent's not required, is how horrifying of a country we lived in about 9 years ago for me. Is that you are like, I would say like a gerbil, here I go with, why didn't you just use like a gerbil or an ape for your testing dangerous time travel technology? I was told, 3 months later, I was told the synthetic telepathy device that I encountered when I walked out on the street as a student was going to be used like a black box in an airplane on me to record anything that happened during a time travel experiment where I was the test subject and I couldn't opt out. And basically, times like this, I'm so grateful for the people of the National Counterterrorism Center in the District of Columbia, because, there's no way time travel can be addressed by the legal system as it's set up right now. Though a lot of people who have synthetic telepathy experiences or communicate with the National Counterterrorism Center in Washington D.C. And you have Time Lords, and we're very dangerous. Time Lords experience, ended within 6 or 10 months. And for like a year, even a year or so for a year or so at least, I had like this dangerous, there's dangerous, unstable people with access to psychotronics technology is my impression of synthetic telepathy technology after I was exposed to it within the first year or two. Is that this technology will be used to connect just any student with dangerous, unstable people in our government who really should not have access to something that can be as powerful over the human mind as psychotronics technology. Again, machines that affect the human mind. Yeah, obviously these machines can affect anybody regardless of whether they have a synthetic telepathy implant or not. And with a synthetic telepathy implant, you can exchange thoughts 2 ways. It's you might envision it for something, I don't want to say like 60 years in the future, like a science fiction for some people who just can't believe it. And for people who don't know me, I understood myself in the context of a telepath before I had the implant. Sometimes I'd have telepathic experiences, and after the introduction of the technology, I encountered what I could only describe as dangerous jackboot military thugs who have no place in any kind of regime that can be called first world. This this is, they almost made me feel like it's Nicaragua and you're going to be made to go dig, at the CIA they're practically like, this is like we're like Nicaragua now, and you're going to go be made to dig your own grave if you don't do as you're told by us. And that's what you could expect from the United States Central Intelligence Agency if you're just some kid off the street who is interested in alternate political literature, alternate political philosophy, or wanted to find a good way to go back to school and have like a productive productive, like, how do I go to class and have, we have a discussion about alternate political philosophy that's allowed as the First Amendment. It's the United States of America. I thought it was America. There we go. And I think that about covers it. I think that about covers it. So, again, to summarize, from my account of the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology into my life, I was not told why at first. And after several months, I was told that I was being placed in an illegal, dangerous experiment, what I presume is illegal. I mean, what would be illegal if it could be addressed by the legal system, if I could prove that it was happening, right? So I know synthetic telepathy can be evidenced. I mean, I've heard people have pressed charges with success against people who misuse synthetic telepathy technology of people in the public like myself, and there's just citizens walking around with synthetic telepathy like myself. It's not reserved for, those say, elite Air Force personnel. It's like I think it's out there on the internet that people know that elite Air Force personnel often use synthetic telepathy technology. And how do elite Air Force personnel just know? How do they just know? It's like they found out telepathically or something. It's like they just know. It's like they just know. And and basically so many citizens out there seem to have synthetic telepathy technology. I don't know if this was just like a rogue op going around the neighborhood going like, fuck you school kids we don't like. Unfortunately, I was told there's a political angle to it, and I don't know if that's something I can go over in this video. I don't know if I can go over this at length, because for people that don't know me, I'm an extraterrestrial contactee. In the wake of this experience, I recommended people, never mind. So here, I think simulated contact experiences with this is the kind of technologies that are involved with synthetic telepathy is another video entirely. As we're not quite 15 minutes yet, and I think I've provided a pretty coherent account of the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology to my life, and so I do not feel like it was in an ethical way or it was not in a humane way. Basically, the people who contacted me were not humane. They were the worst. They seemed like the worst kind of horrendous military jackboots. And I just went, okay, so I just landed in Nicaragua. I don't say Nicaragua 2025. I don't know if my science fiction version of this is Nicaragua 2025. Or what are the other Central and South American countries that have this reputation? So after the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology, I had a completely horrifying experience with our military-industrial complex. So there's some quality level-headed people out there in the Air Force. I know that they're out there. Yeah, the whole problem with the NSA is, of course, compartmentalization, where the other operation at the NSA is just has I don't need to know. Is my understanding is like they wouldn't understand if this was happening down the street if another op's doing this. And here we go. So I encountered synthetic telepathy technology. I wasn't told right away, and this was not like a healthy way to let me know, hey kid, I care. I notice, kid, I'm out there and I care, and I'm an emotionally healthy person. I know that person has access to synthetic telepathy technology too, and doesn't want to see their kids treated Like, you stupid dog, you walk it. Here we go with how. Here we go with how the time travel even worked, and the time travel element with the story. With apologies to. Here we go. And so. There you have it. I think there's my account of the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology in my life. Again, just walking out the door one day, thing bites me on my right thumb, and I have the worst kind of horrendous people who connected to the military in my life who have just like this, fuck you, kid, do as you're told, we're really authoritarian. And I go, people with that kind of an attitude are just fundamentally, don't want to say destroying America from within, but destroying anything that's good about our country from within by going, I'm restricting your liberties and you can express yourself this way and that way. Here's what's allowed of you, citizen. That's somebody's dream with synthetic telepathy technology, is to take you and make you into here. You're like a biological robot now, and you do as you're told in the AI. And the AI could give you like a script. Here's what's on your script. Here's what you're allowed to do on your show here in the USA. Here's the limits on you from us jackboots, us horrible jackboot thugs in the military-industrial complex. And I think it was clear that I don't think synthetic telepathy technology was introduced to me in a way that was humane or a way that was ethical. In the timeline I'm from. And one of my problems with this timeline is it seems here we go with this. I don't remember anything that's very different. Apologies. I know other telepaths are right here with me. I think that covers the important information about the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology in my life. Again, I just wanted to respond to a request I had of the introduction of it. And basically, if people out there don't know what to do, I almost want to recommend contacting the Air Force Academy. Basically, the people at the Air Force Academy treated me with any humanity. The people at the Air Force Academy treated me humanely. I don't recommend getting in contact with the United States Central Intelligence Agency. I don't recommend doing that. You can find humane people at the Air Force. You can find humane people with access to this technology. United States National Counterterrorism Center, who aren't making our country into, Nicaragua. I don't want to make it Nicaragua 2032 or Nicaragua. See, for people who can't believe it's real, is it Nicaragua 2032? Is it Nicaragua 2037? My science fiction version, where. So somebody's trying to bring civil libertarians' worst nightmares to life in America, in the United States of America, and they have access to very powerful psychotronics technology, machines that act on the human mind, and it's connected to synthetic telepathy technology. So, peace out, YouTube. Just wanted to respond to a request at the introduction of synthetic telepathy technology in my life. All right.